The big story this week on the sort of national scale, outside of the Ukraine situation, but related to it, is the gas prices. So I don't know if anyone's filled up in the last few days, but it is hella expensive to get gasoline at this juncture. And so anyway, the blame game has started. Obviously, a giant leading oil producer going to war and doing badly at it is going to yield rising gas prices. But instead of acknowledging that and sort of unifying around a shared enemy, of course, we are going to divide and conquer. So anyway, so Stitt's out saying that it's Biden's fault because he didn't do this, that, and the other thing. But the Oklahoman, in a rare stroke of investigative journalism that attacks the people who likely buy all their ads and stuff, as oil prices rise, Oklahoma's big producers remain reluctant to boost production. So the Oklahoman, which I figured it would now be paywalled, and it is. The article from earlier this week said that basically they're going to be real cautious now, and they got quotes from Devon, Chesapeake, Continental, all of our big oil oligarchs, and yeah, I mean, for me, the economics take is obviously oil's supply and demand. It's a commodity. When demand goes up and supply goes down, prices go up. So this is the natural way of market capitalism and how it all goes. We don't own our oil companies. We don't state own our oil companies, even though that's being thrown around now. So we can't force them to make production. And yeah, this is what we get.
So I've got a few points to say about this. Number one, why do we have to transport the oil via pipeline? There are so many other ways to move oil, and I'm a big advocate for moving things by train. We built these tracks that go all over the country, even into Canada, so why aren't we utilizing them at every possible opportunity? Then we have Stitt, who's calling on Biden to use more U.S. domestic oil, but then all of the companies within Oklahoma are we don't want to do that. So it's just, from what it looks like, it's just a giant circle jerk, for lack of a better term. It's just they just keep bopping back and forth, blaming each other. And meanwhile, the UN releases a report that says we've officially passed the tipping point. There's nothing we can do to minimize the effect of the climate crisis. We just have to learn to adapt. And we're still fighting over oil.
Yeah.
Why? And it's because of money. We all know the why. But money isn't everything. We're going to need petroleum for clean energy as well. You have to use petroleum to make solar panels. You have to use petroleum to make wind turbines. It's not going to be completely voided. It's still going to be there. And you can still make money through it. If we just transition into a different type of energy, we'll still have plenty of jobs that are really dangerous for people to do. And we'll still have money to go around. So
money is everything, and it's how this works in this capitalistic economy,
where we don't want to invest in education to even have enough innovation to create those jobs you're talking about. So
Yeah, I mean, the example I use, because somebody took a really funny screen grab of me making one of my crazy faces that I like to make on camera, and was seize the rigs, because I was saying we should take over the oil companies. But it's Norway, a giant oil producing economy, state owns a lot of their oil production, and they're sitting on a $1 trillion sovereign wealth fund. They're the highest consumer of electric cars in the world. Their wealth fund is diversifying into green energy and these more sustainable things, because they know that life's going to run out on the oil thing. And meanwhile, we're over here being we had to fucking have a 40,000 teacher walkout just to raise the gross production tax 2%. Norway's sitting out here building a utopia, and Oklahoma's please, oil overlords, just drill a little bit more so we can afford to drive. I mean, it's kind of what we get.
Baby, drill.
Yeah.
Return of the 80s.
How else are we gonna explain the big oil rig on behind or in front of our Capitol? Like if if that's not the only thing, that we do is produce oil. Like, I don't know. Our government.
I don't know. I'm still
point the finger because that just gets so much things solved. Let's just point the finger around. All I'm saying is $40 put my car on half the tank. I'm mad. But I'm not. I would rather pay $6 a gas for tank, or $6 a tank for gas if it means solidarity with the Ukrainians, I guess.
Yeah. Did Biden say like we need to be filling our downtowns again? Like everyone should be going back to work, bro. I need to give me some good, adequate public transportation, and then we can start talking. Sound good? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot that can be. There's a lot more we could have done to head this off, and instead we're acting in sort of surprise that this is what happened. Did they try a prayer meeting with Mary Fallon? That was the play last time. We did an oil day of prayer.
Oil day of prayer?
I mean, it was something like that. It was like, yeah, pray for more oil or something. I mean, like, yeah, it was crazy.
Please give me more oil. We need more oil.
We are just gonna pray about it. It will all be fine. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.